He's been around these parts for a long time. He's the 06 Big Ten Player of the Year. He's a two-time captain, and I think this is number 7 years in the program now on the staff. Recruiting coordinator. He's also helped in the NIL space with guys and deals around Columbus, and he can open a lot of doors, Matty, and if you don't open it, he'll just bust it down anyway, so it doesn't matter. He's our guy, Terence Dials. TD, my man.
Thank you for
having me. It's always good to see you.
Thank you for having me, fellas.
Yes, sir.
I want to give you a little quick correction, though. It's 3-time captain. You've been saying 2 for the last minute or so. 3-time captain, man.
My bad. I'd like to pawn that off on somebody else, but I'm the guy that came out of my mouth, so I'll take it. My bad, Coach.
I'm messing with you.
No, that's it will now be cemented in my brain. You also were the guy that was on the floor that single-handedly screened 2 guys from Matt Sylvester's shot in there, Matty. Usually that's the guy to take one guy out. He took both guys out, so Sil was able to just let that thing fly.
Took it back to my football days, man. You know what I'm saying? Blocking some guys.
Can't believe
it was fun.
how many years ago that was, but it was an amazing time. And listen, we talked to you a little bit off the show today, and you got the right pieces coming back, but more importantly, do you have the right pieces that you added to make this a team? Because I think listen, Bradshaw and Stewart, I'm not taking anything away from them, but it didn't fit because of maybe they were asked to do something they weren't comfortable doing, or maybe they were brought in to do too much, whatever. That's past. But the guys you brought in this year, I feel a different maturity coming out of that room right now.
Yeah, this summer, I've seen some differences as opposed to last summer. I think you spoke on it earlier, the overall maturity of our team. And I think this year, being Bruce's 4th year, I think he's leading a little bit better throughout these workouts and on the court workouts and in the weight room. I think that's been pivotal for us as well. But adding a guy like Gabe Cupps, who's a natural-born leader, who's, that's kind of like what he does, has helped Bruce kind of elevate his leadership style as well.
One thing Coach Diebler mentioned that you guys want to take to another level is rebounding.
Yep.
You're one of the best rebounders in the history of this program. From the guys that you've seen that are in the building right now in that front court, you feel like those guys are ready to clean up the glass this year?
I do. I think we addressed in this offseason some of the Achilles heel of our team last year, right? We had great guard play. We had great backcourt play. I think our front court struggled. I think Anthony mentioned, maybe they were asked to do something they didn't want to do or they couldn't do. But we were thin up front. We were undersized. And I think we addressed that issue with, Brandon Knoll, who's like a 6-year, like rugged power forward type guy who can rebound out of his area as well. And I think Christoph Tilley, who's been a proven guy who can rebound, give you 6 or 7 rebounds a game. And we're still coming off the bench with some size. And Devin, obviously, moving to the 3, he's going to be able to rebound in his position as well. So I think we've addressed that issue. And I think our front court is ready to take a step for us.
That can come from the guards, too, right? The rebounding from Bruce and Junie, those guys. I'm sure you guys are speaking to them about that
absolutely.
as well. Yeah.
But Bruce is never – we haven't had an issue with Bruce boxing out. I mean, he's a thick guard anyway, so most guards aren't trying to get rebounds over him anyway. You know what I mean? So Bruce is going to take care of business. But I think overall our preaching of what we've been preaching this summer, obviously is winning over everything. But rebounding has been a key for us, rebounding defense.
I agree with you on trying to raise the collective basketball IQ of this team. You get older, hopefully you get smarter. Do you get better? We'll see. Royal and Mobley, with that year under their belt, playing big-time minutes has to help. And the 3 transfers we talked about, all older and all that. But talk to me about adding potential from this freshman Amari Bynum, who is one of the biggest risers in that 25 class. Could he be a household name here in Columbus by the end of this season?
I think he can. I've been kind of screaming his praises for the past couple of weeks. I think the first day he was on campus, we had an open gym, and he made some plays that we haven't had a player make on campus in a few years. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, this kid has a chance. Now, obviously, he's a freshman and everything is going so fast for him and things are spinning. But once he settles down and kind of gets the college game and the college speed, he'll be a really good player.
You know, Junie mentioned something to us in the interview earlier, and is that this is a team, that everybody gets along. There's not really cliques or anything like that. Just talk about the importance of that when you have everybody on the same page headed in the right direction.
Well, in this space now in college sports, I think everybody has, obviously everybody's getting paid. So most of the guys are having their own apartment and their own everything. You're not living in dorms. And it's just, we've tried as a coaching staff to be very intentional about having guys hang out together. So, like, we put stuff in through our practices, but also, like, post-practice dinners. Like, it's just team only. So we're trying to make them connect because we know once in the season, things are just, take care of its own. But right now we're trying to build that camaraderie. And the teams that I've been a part of that's been really good, they've been really close. So I think that's been a key element. I love to see guys, they're not working out and running home. They're working out and just kind of standing around and kind of like, BSing with the guys. And I think that's great.
All right, so you were part of a different era, clearly. Yeah. The NIL era. Now, if I didn't know we were in an NIL era, I wouldn't know it. After talking to these guys and watching practice, like, I can't see it.
Yeah.
Can you coach them the same? These guys are making a lot of money, some of them. They've come here for reasons, too, other than just money. But coaching kids in the NIL era, I'm going to make you sound like an old man, and you're not. But you are a more old school than they are.
Yeah.
Have you noticed the difference in how you can coach them?
No. I think there was a quote by Doc Rivers a long time ago, but he said, great players want to be coached. And, great players want to be told the truth. Good players want to be coached. I think we have both of those. So, like, you can still coach them the same way. The outside influences, you have to coach them a different way in that respect. So you have to, like, guide them in different directions because of social media and all of that. But basketball sense, they want to be coached, and they want to be, like, give it to them straight. So the ones that don't, they're probably not fit for this program.
Okay.
How are you feeling about Junie's development with the rock in his hands, right, and not just being a guy that can just light up the bucket but also get the rock to his teammates? That development, you've been seeing that this offseason?
I've been a fan of Junie since he was like 7 years old. I've known Junie since he was like, when I was playing pro, and he was always around with a ball in his hand. So I've always had the utmost confidence in Junie. Obviously, when you playing behind a point guard like Bruce, you learn a lot. I think he has a year on his belt. He's learned so much from Bruce, and I think he's ready to take the next step of handling the ball a little bit more. I like his instincts. He has really good instincts with the basketball, and I think that's going to help us. And obviously Bruce likes to score as well, so we can put him at the 2 and let Junie run the 1 some and kind of get Bruce off the ball, and I think that's going to help us be a more dangerous team.
All right, we go back a long way. You may or may not take me off the hook and have more of a problem with your alma mater. I'm going to tell you why. You ready for this?
Here you go.
So this hallway is amazing. I mean, you walk down this is impressive. Everything. You're on the right side as a player of the year.
Yeah.
I just happened to take a picture of it earlier today. Okay? And it says Terence Dials, Youngstown, Ohio, 06. These are the player of the year guys.
Yeah.
Maddie, you ready for this?
Yeah, talk to me.
Okay. 06. 15.3 points, 8 rebounds, 1.1 blocks, 56% field goal. 5th leading rebounder in program history. Okay? 14th leading scorer in program history. You know what it says right underneath that?
Two-time captain.
Two-time team captain. Led Ohio State to the 06 Big Ten title. Yeah. I rest my case. Yeah. Your problem isn't with me, big man.
No, it's not. No,
it's here.
Not.
That sign needs to be yanked down and changed.
We actually got that corrected with Gary Pettit. I actually had to correct him and get it in the record books. But
I knew I wasn't making this up.
Yeah, if you read that sign, you can go off that. But, yeah. It's legit 3 though. They've since corrected it.
It's an easy correction.
Yeah, they've since corrected it, but they have to correct it on the wall so people can know.
So it's corrected in the media guide.
In the media guide and everything. Yeah.
This is where you want it.
Yeah, exactly.
In this hallway.
Yeah.
So because you're amongst greats of greats here.
I got to talk to somebody in charge around here and see how to get that.
We got to get that changed ASAP. Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
Stuck in the back of my head.
Yeah, that can't happen. We got to get TD's stuff together over there. Talk about that 06 year when you were. Sorry, TD. Talk about that 06 year when you were just dominating, right? Just the feel that you had for the game. Take us in the hot tub time machine, if you will, as to why everything was working for you that year.
I thought it was the offseason that we had prior that set us up for success that season. I think we went through a coaching change, most of that team. We were playing for Jim O'Brien, and then a lot went down with him, and then Thad came in, and it was like a jolt of energy with Thad, and he was able to connect with us on a level that Coach O'Brien maybe, was kind of like out of the game a little bit. And, we needed some fresh energy. So that year we self-sanctioned. So my junior year, we couldn't go to the NCAA tournament, but we had a pretty good season comparable to the year before. And we knew like everything was in our grasp the next year. So we had the NCAA tournament to play for, Big Ten tournament title, Big Ten. So we were playing for everything. We were, so that off season, I thought guys just came together and worked super hard. I mean, we went through. I mean, we fell in love with the process at that time. And for me, I was in the gym more than I've ever been in the gym in my life, and I give a lot of credit to Coach Major, who was very, very instrumental in my development here at Ohio State. He had me in the gym working on jump hooks and sealing and rebounding and all of that stuff. So, and I wasn't the only guy doing all the extra work. I thought a lot of our guys was too. And we were older. We had 4 fifth-year guys on that team. So, we try to preach that here, like maturity and older guys win in this, in this landscape right now of NCAA basketball. So we were older. We had been through some things, and it all came to it was like a perfect storm.
Been only, I think, 6 guys, maybe 7 if you count JJ twice, that have earned Big Ten Player of the Year. He's one of them, and that's over 100 years of basketball here at Ohio State. So Jake was sharing a couple things on culture. Be about the culture. You mentioned that. Grow closer as a team. Junie was talking about how these guys, there's no real cliques or sections. Yeah. You want to be the hardest working team in the country. 80% on the rise every week. And then the final one, less than 3 M&Ms. What is that exactly?
Can't actually remember what the M&M part means, but it's basically if you run late to anything, if you're late to a tutoring session, class, any appointment that you have, that's an M&M. Yeah. If you get 3 of those as a team, then you run. We're currently sitting at 0, and we're week 5. So,
okay,
that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
I got to get that. I meant to ask Jake that when we had on the program. I forgot to do that. In my mind, I felt it went to some sort of mental mistake.
It's an accountability piece. Yeah. We don't want just one guy to. Because I remember when I had a teammate. You spoke about J.J. Sellinger. I had a teammate who he was in such great shape. Punishment runs didn't matter to him, so he can do whatever he wanted, and like he would just go run 5 miles, and it was nothing to him back then. So, but if the whole team had to do it, then he felt a little bit different about it. So now that's what that is. It's accountability piece for the whole team rather than the individual person.
So you're saying if somebody screws up, it affects everybody?
It affects everybody.
Okay.
We're a team.
That I like.
Right?
Yeah.
That I like. Yeah. TD, It's been a blast. My first order of business is going to talk to Gary and get that sign updated for you and me and the rest to get to walk through these hallowed halls. My man, so good to have you. I hope this is the team that breaks through, gets you back to the dance. Yeah. Feels good about the postseason. It feels that way. We'll come back.